Hey, good morning. It's Jeremy Sutton, owner of Servant PT, host of the Servant PT podcast. I help women 50 and over live a life full of health, family, and fun. Today, I want to talk a little bit about, do you feel trapped? And what do I mean by that? I'm going to kind of put this twofold. So one, I'm going to go with health, and then second, I'm going to go with business. So let's talk about health first. I see a ton of people that just, for lack of better words, just feel trapped in life. And basically what it is if somebody has been falling a lot, if somebody has a lot of knee pain or back pain or whatever it is, if they can't walk, can't go play with their kids, can't get in the garden, they just kind of feel trapped. And then they'll go on for a while like this, and there's basically, they don't really know what to do. They don't know who to turn to, and they have really no idea what to do. And so I actually talked to somebody about this today, and the question was posed to me is, do I need to see you? Do I need to see my doctor? Do I need to see an orthopedic specialist? Who do I need to see? And so the really cool thing is right now that I'm doing free pain assessments at my clinic. And so the person's going to come in tomorrow. We're going to spend 15 minutes, really take a look at what's going on, and then I'll make an assessment of what she needs. And so what my plan is to be a problem solver for this person and say, okay, this is what the issue is. This is where you need to go. This is how you have to do. And it may be that she needs to see me. It may be that she does need to go see the doctor or see someone else. But sometimes it's hard to tell over the phone, which is what we were doing today. And so that's just one example of how people feel trapped. The second thing could be, I have people sometimes so hunting season's coming up here in Louisiana. It's a big deal here. So I'm sure it's a big deal in other places, but that's kind of like life from October to January for a lot of men around here, and some women too. And so people say, hey, I can't go climb up in my deer stand anymore. I just don't know what to do. I've been sitting all summer because it's too hot to get outside, and it's just, I can't climb up in the deer stand anymore. And so, but that's not that big of a deal, because I, as a physical therapist, know how to solve that problem. And so the cool thing is about problems is usually there's somebody that's either solved it or knows how to solve it, and you usually know somebody. You usually don't have a what problem or how problem, you have a who problem. Who do I call to fix this problem? And so in that case, I can say, yeah, we just need to probably strengthen your quadriceps, your hip flexors, your knees, and just get you, up and down where you can move. And actually I had somebody today that was doing some stuff and couldn't stand from a low position. So we just put a pad underneath him, stood right up. It's like, oh my gosh, I hadn't done that in months. Well, it's these little things that make people feel trapped, that you have the oh my gosh moments in therapy or wherever you go. And it's really ends up not being that big of a deal. It's just you thought it was because you didn't know how to fix it. So just know that if you are feeling trapped in your healthcare, in your walking and you're getting up and down, your balance, pain, whatever it is, you can't sleep at night, know that there's somebody out there that has the answer to that question. And just because you've seen 4 or 5 different people doesn't mean the question's not there. It just means they didn't know the answer. And that's very frustrating. But that's why you can reach out to other people and say, hey, do you know this problem? And sometimes we just have to be relentless in looking for those problems and looking for the answer to those problems. Because sometimes you do. I've had people all the time say, well, I talked to 8 people, and this guy was the first person that knew the answer to my question. I've been there too. I've done that, So just hang in there and know that there is an answer to your problem. And so the second person I want to talk to today is maybe the healthcare professional, the accountant, the carpenter, whoever it is, whatever you are, this is going to span any career and any person. You feel trapped in your job, like you just hate it, you don't like it. Just know that there's things out there today that we can learn new skills, and we can go from being a 9-to-5 worker in a job we hate to maybe a 9-to-12 worker in a job we didn't really like, but now we're working on our side hustle or our new career or whatever it is. There's ways to be able to get out of that and do things. And so there's plenty of people teaching skills. Just right now in the last year, I have learned how to create a podcast from start to finish. And I learned that from somebody. I'll tell you, it was Will Boyd and Alex Ingars who I learned that from. 2 of my friends, one's in Utah, one's in Pennsylvania. I learned from those guys how to start to finish create a podcast, how to do the image, how to do the editing. They had videos that I learned that on. I learned how to edit videos from a lot of stuff from those two guys, a lot of stuff from YouTube videos and things I learned. I learned how to create things on canva.com where the images that you see with my Servant PT logo and the little sayings on there, that I made all that because I learned how to do it. I've learned how to run Facebook ads, and I've had 10, 11 people contact me since in the last 10 days from a Facebook ad that I'm spending $4 a day on. And I learned how to do that from those guys and from my other mentor, Greg Todd, and different things. So there's all these assets out there that we have that you don't have to feel trapped every day. There's ways to learn, and I haven't spent a lot of money on learning those things either, but I have spent money. And so that's the last thing I want to talk about is sometimes we have to spend time on ourselves before we can go out and accomplish some of our other goals. And there's people out there that'll teach you. And I know sometimes you're weird. I'll see people pop up on Facebook and I'll say, oh my gosh, this guy keeps popping up and he wants me to contact him to learn how to do Facebook ads and all this stuff. And you think, oh, this guy may be actually that guy was probably just somebody else who wants to serve people well, and he's offering his services. And so don't be so skeptical, check people out for certain. But just because somebody's on a Facebook video like I'm doing today doesn't mean they're out to get your money. They're out to hurt you. It may just be like me. I want to serve people, and I want people's lives to get better, and I want to increase the kingdom of God. And so I feel like this is how I'm serving people now. I'm serving people in my physical therapy clinic. I'm serving people with my podcast. I'm serving people with groups that I have on Facebook, and by doing these videos. And I think that's what God put me here on this earth to do. And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not going to apologize for it. So guys, if you feel trapped, whether it's in your health, whether it's in your job, whether it's in relationships, whatever it is, know there's something out there that has the answers. Maybe that answer is a relationship with Christ. I don't know if you don't have that, then I think that's your answer for everything. But beyond that, once you get that right, it might be that you need to seek out somebody to mentor you, that you need to seek out a course to make yourself better. You want to write books. Well, guess what? My good buddy Mike Chua, who's in Tennessee, who I met through another mentor, he told me how to do a book online, how to self-publish one through Amazon. And that weekend I did it. It literally just took somebody telling me how to do it, and then I did it. So there's not a lack of information in the world today, but there's a lack of desire and a lack of motivation. So if you have that desire to get better and you have the motivation to do what it takes to do it, you can probably get out of the situation that you're hating right now and you feel trapped in. So just hold on to that fact. Just know that I love you. I'm here to support you. And if you need anything, you can reach out to me through my Servant PT Facebook page, through my personal page, send me an email, text message, whatever it is, and I'll be glad to help you out. Guys, I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll talk to y'all again tomorrow.